Hi everyone, my name's Karen and I'm from Grace Point Christian Church, and I've been given the privilege to speak to you about passion in 2024. So to me, passion is a very vibrant word. It's a word that almost has its own heartbeat. It's a word full of life, of commitment, and it seems to have a singular focus on pursuit and perseverance against all odds. But there are two other words that really come to mind, and these are the words presence and power. And the Lord reminded me of a situation that happened in my workplace, which I really believe that He would like me to share with you, so I'm going to do that. It was an afternoon, and there was a beautiful woman of colour that came to my door. She had a grievance, unfortunately, which was that one of my colleagues had been racist towards her from her perspective, and so we were able to discuss that. As part of that conversation, she disclosed other things about her life, and that she was an alcoholic, and that had really started to have a very adverse effect on her world. She had tried to hide it to the nth degree, but it was no longer working. And as she was talking, another voice came to me. It was a very soft voice. It was almost as though it was coming to me down a tunnel. And the words were, "Tell her that I love her." So I said, "Look, I hope you don't mind, but I really believe Jesus wants me to tell you that He loves you." She stopped and stared. Then more words came. "Tell her that I know what happened." So I said, "Look, Jesus also wants you to know that He knows what happened." I had no idea what this was all in reference to, really, but I did get an impression in my heart that it was to do with the causal factor of why she'd become an alcoholic. And she then opened up and she said, "Look, I used to go to a church, and I was kicked out of the church because I turned up drunk one day, and I was told I was never to come back. And I suppose then I had to stop and think to myself, what did I learn from all of this?" To me, the words that Jesus spoke that day were so succinct, they were so on point, they were so concise, that they actually touched so many of the pain points in her life. And they revealed to her how much Jesus passionately loved her. So for us today, as we go into 2024, let's stand on the truth that Jesus passionately loves you, and that He has a word that He wants to speak into our lives. He's very aware of our circumstances, those that are seen by others and those that are not seen by others, and it doesn't bother Him. He just wants to walk with us. The other thing that comes to mind is the church. The church that this young woman went to were undoubtedly passionate, but their passion arose out of religion and not out of the heart of Jesus. So in 2024, let's walk in a new, fresh relationship with Jesus that is a partnership. So we carry His heartbeat, we carry His love for those that we meet, because His presence is power. And when we experience His presence, which I believe He wants us all to experience in a new, fresh way, and believe me, He'll do it if we ask. It's when we experience His presence that we experience more of our passion for Him, for each other, for His kingdom work. So in closing, I'd just like to say, have a brilliant day, have a fantastic week, and a wonderful 2024. God bless you all.